Our next stop helps bridge the gap between childhood and adulthood. We all have memories of growing up and wanting to do things we couldn't. Well, if you've ever wanted to sleep in class, drink beer in detention, or watch an R-rated movie in the auditorium, then this might be the school for you. We're heading to the Kennedy School Hotel to spend the night in the world's first school/hotel/microbrewery. I will not drink beer in class. Totally worth it. The Kennedy School was a historic elementary school that opened in 1915 near the Alberta Arts District of Portland and helped teach generations of kids reading, writing, and arithmetic. In addition to serving as a functioning school, it became a vital part of the civic community when school wasn't in session, by also serving as a public meeting hall, polling place, blood drive center, and even a flood relief shelter. Kennedy School continued to serve its mission of educating future generations of Oregonians right up until its closure in 1975, when declining enrollment throughout the district forced school consolidation. Enter McMenamin's. In 1997, McMenamin's purchased the property and launched a complete renovation, transforming the original school into a unique lodging and dining experience you won't forget. At 7 a.m. on October 22, 1997, the original principal's bell was rung on the front steps just as it had been all those years ago. This time, signaling new beginnings for this historic building.
When Mike and Brian started this, the idea was that, or the troubling sense that they saw in our culture was that a bar and a restaurant were a place for people to go to hide from their families. And they wanted to change that culture. It took a lot of people, it wasn't just them, but to change the culture into a place where a pub can be a gathering spot for a community. So we started with pubs and restaurants that naturally grew into hotels, just distilleries, wineries, golf courses, whatever kind of came easy. This building came to us and naturally presented itself as a place that hotel rooms could exist. By the time we got to this building, we were ready to take that evolution as a company. It made sense to convert all the classrooms into hotel rooms, and to break those buildings apart, and to bring back that idea of community to be a gathering spot for each other.
So we'll be staying here tonight in an actual classroom. The original classrooms have been cut in half so that each classroom is now 2 rooms. Here in the main school building, they also include the original chalkboards and cloakrooms. My half of the class includes the original chalkboard that would have been used in class. Pretty unique theme. You can see why this is widely regarded as one of the world's most unusual hotels. There's also a new English wing that's located where the original courtyard was. And while those rooms aren't original classrooms, they are literature inspired in terms of their theme. Literary themed hotels. Must be an Oregon thing.
It's always been part of our program to make sure that we've got pubs and small bars available to different people. We've got a community pool here as well as community gardens for the people around us. It's always been a big part to be part of the community and contribute to the community. So keeping the pool open to those that live in this area, as well as hotel guests, keeping the gardens open to the people that live in the area, as well as to wander through as hotel guests. You'd find yourself wandering the halls. You can stumble into a theater here, so you could watch movies while you're here, as well as carry a pint of beer or a glass of wine with you as you roam the property, which is pretty amazing and pretty fun and unique to this property as well.
While sleeping in a classroom is a pretty novel idea, let's be honest about the real reason we're staying in a microbrewery hotel. Beer, and lots of it. McMenamin's brews around 200 different ales. Fortunately, my overnight package comes with a growler of my favorite ale and 2 sampler trays, each with 6 different McMenamin's ales. That's 1 sample tray for me and 1 for the cameraman, who you can't see right now, but is smiling. Now I got a fairly diverse assortment of ales here. Wanted to get a good variety, so I went with the Ruby, which is one of the more popular ales, has a bit of a raspberry taste. I also got the Terminator Stout. This is supposed to have a bit of a coffee flavor to it. The Accretion Disc Baltic Porter, which porters usually always end up being my favorite in just about any selection here. Hammerhead, which has a bit of a chestnut feel to it. Then we have a blueberry ale. That should be pretty interesting. And of course, no collection would be complete without an IPA. This is the Jam Session IPA. All right, let's get educated. I think this is a personal favorite for me. This is the Terminator Stout. Now this is very full-bodied, robust. You taste hints of chocolate, nuts, and coffee. Now you put words like coffee and stout together in the same sentence, you have my undivided attention. Now where is the actual brewery located? In the girls' bathroom, of course. Now for a drink that flows right through you pretty quickly, brewing in the bathroom is almost poetic. Hashtag circle of life. If you're looking for a bar to spend some time in, you don't have to go far. There are several bars right here in this school. The old detention room, for example, has been turned into the detention bar because nothing says remorse like single malt scotch and fine wines. This bar gives atonement a whole new meaning. Perhaps the most popular bar here is in the old boiler room. It's called the Boiler Room Bar. No surprise, and this place is huge. It's also a great spot for playing pool, shuffleboard, snacking on pizzas, calzones, and of course, throwing down some of McMenamin's first-class ales and spirits. And for you honor students out there who would like to escape to a cozy, smoke-free atmosphere, you can check out the Honors Bar. Here, you can relax to the sounds of classical and operatic music while enjoying a wide selection of wines and premium liqueurs. Oh, and no minors. This is an institution of higher education now. And when you're ready for some grub, head down to the school cafeteria. It's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and has since been transformed into the Kennedy School's courtyard restaurant. And don't worry, the food is now much better than you'd expect or remember from your school cafeteria days. And the menu is pretty much what you'd expect for a brewery restaurant. Every fiber in my being wants to jump up and shout, "Food fight," right now. But I also want to get invited back, so I'll resist those impulses. I was in trouble so much as a kid, oh my God. You have no idea. And when you just want to relax, head to the old Teacher's Lounge, which is now a private courtyard with an outdoor heated pool, garden, and mosaic tiled fireplace. Or if it's entertainment you're looking for, head to the auditorium. It's now a movie theater and overnight guests get free admission. The best part is there's a theater bar that serves everything from pizza to burgers, popcorn, candy, and of course, beer. Really though, you could get food or beer just about anywhere in the school and then take it down to the auditorium to watch a movie on the big screen. Reminds me of childhood. In a couple minutes, I'll probably start burping the alphabet. Just you wait. There's also a ton of history here, and the hallways are full of artwork inspired by its years as a working school. Really, throughout the entire school, you'll be amazed by the profusion of artwork, paintings, and historical photographs that tell the stories of generations of Kennedy's students and faculty. And if you want a tour pamphlet of the school's history as told through artwork, just head down to the old principal's office. Now, I spent enough time in the principal's office growing up, so I think I'll pass on this one. Well, the Kennedy School Hotel will go down as one of the most memorable places I've stayed. It offers a unique glimpse into the past while providing a present vibe that can only be described as uniquely Portland.